Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's topic, Baltimore's future? Hear me out and hear me well and also hear me good. Because I was thinking about something and I want y'all to tell me if I'm crazy or not. So, y'all remember we were talking about the Hollywood stuff because of his putrid performance versus the Patriots. You know, having his regular 2 to 3 game Hollywood games in the year when he just drops everything thrown his way. And I was thinking about something. So we know that Hollywood, or Marquise Hollywood Brown, is in his 5th year option this year. Correct? Yes. His numbers are not what he would wish they would be because of injury and now because of Kyler's injury, right? So he's not going to get the numbers that he thought he was going to be able to put up in this offense. And that's just fact. That is just a fact. DeAndre Hopkins is the 1. He is the 2. And that's not changing. So I was thinking, the Cardinals are going to do what it takes to retain DeAndre Hopkins. That's what they're going to do. They're going to do whatever it takes to retain him. He will be a Cardinal next year. His importance to that team is immeasurable. Kyler's win percentage looks absolutely different when he's on and off the field. But do you think the Cardinals are willing to give Hollywood Brown a comparable contract? Because honestly, I don't. I don't think that they're going to give him what he feels like he wants or deserves on the open market. And I think they're going to allow him to go out there and test the market value. And I think his market value has decreased significantly from last year. There's a reason why I'm saying this. Hold tight. I'm coming around to it. The Ravens have burned the bridge between them and Lamar, to say the least, especially in these contract talks. They are finding out and learning just how important and imperative he is to the winning culture of Baltimore. Wouldn't it be a smart financial decision that you need receivers and you want to retain Lamar to bring back thus friend to the fold in Baltimore at a lesser price tag than he was when he was first traded to the Arizona Cardinals? Think about it. And the reason why I was thinking this is because the Ravens do not want to pay. It's not that they don't think receivers are important. They don't want to have to pay a receiver, top receiver money. But with Brown, they wouldn't have to. And they would have back a pair up of Bateman and Brown. And they could choose in the draft who or Duve could be the third receiver on the team. How good would the receiving core be with Hollywood and Bateman? A healthy Bateman next to a newly minted paid Hollywood. I was thinking about this. Now, here's the thing. I know some people are going to be like, no. We already know how Hollywood is. We want something better. I'm keeping everything in perspective. We know that we have a team that does not like to monetarily invest into the wideout position. They don't want to pay top dollar. They will pay something, but they won't pay top dollar. Do you think they would pay Hollywood $12 million a year? Maybe $11 or $10 million a year to come back to the Baltimore Ravens on a 2 to 3 year deal? I think they would. And it would be in the good gracious through the eyes of Lamar by helping mend the bridge that has somewhat been tattered between these contract talks. Because you're bringing back his friend. you're bringing back a playoff reliable target, and you're bringing back a reliable playmaker. Now, when I say reliable, I know his hands during the regular season are very unreliable, but during the playoffs, Hollywood doesn't drop nothing. His hands go God mode when it comes to playoffs. That's why I say during the regular season, he Marquise. During playoff time, that's Hollywood. What would you guys feel, or how would you feel, if we were able to get back Hollywood on a discount to be another receiver with Bateman? And then if you wanted to, you can get a big name receiver out of the draft. Because then, Hollywood's seasoned. Bateman is 2 years under his belt with a third. Next year would be his third. Would you guys look at that and say, it seems like the most likely Raven thing to do? Because I was thinking about it. I was sitting there like, hey, yo. I was just like, Hollywood Brown is still loved by EDC. He's loved by Lamar. And if he came back, he would have to come back at a discount. And because of the season that he's had in the Cardinals, he would be forced to take a discount. Yeah. Sounds like a Baltimore Raven move to me. Because, look, they've been willing to get rid of players to get draft picks and then pick up later players when the other teams don't want them no more. And the other teams are stuck like, I can't believe we just gave up a second or third for that. And their fans are looking at them like, oh, why did you do that? The Ravens always go into every room thinking that they're the smartest in every room. And this would seem like a very Raven-esque type of move that they could make. But leave this because even though we're going to keep going on this, I want y'all to leave in the comments, how would you feel if the Ravens reattained Hollywood Brown to add to Bateman, a healthy 3-year Bateman, and then get a top flight receiver in the draft? Because I don't think they're going to listen, there's no receivers that are available right now. And for Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and them, they're keeping them for Geno. They're not going nowhere. I was thinking about it. A healthy Bateman, a healthy Hollywood Brown with either a top pick at the wide receiver position from the draft or Duve. It's not a bad receiving core. It's not. And it would seem like a Raven thing to do because then they wouldn't have to pay out the money. But for real, I want to know what you guys are thinking. When this video is over, please leave a comment because I want to know what y'all think about this. Do you think that the Ravens would actually make that move? And do you think it would be beneficial to the acquirement or the ability to keep Lamar long term if that move was made? Because at the end of the day, players talk. And I've said this so many times. For everybody saying or thinking that if we keep Tyler Huntley, that it will give us more ability to then add weapons and stuff like that, the Ravens have never done that. They don't do that. So that's out of the question. We got our future QB. It's up to them to retain him. If they don't, that puts a damper on other top flight QBs wanting to come here. Because if you're a QB, let's say you're coming out of college. Are you going to actively go to a team that doesn't want to pay you market value? Are you going to go to a team that's not going to actively try to give you weapons to be successful so you have the numbers that will require them to pay you at market value? Huh? Would you? I bet you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. And that's the problem. Because literally, this is not figuratively, that goes for all of them. Because Lamar is no longer just a player. He's an icon and one of the faces of the NFL. How you treat players go a long way. I'll give you a perfect example. If Justin Herbert has yet to make the playoffs. He hasn't even made the playoffs. What do you think the fan base would do if they said we're going to trade him away? They'd be pretty pissed, wouldn't they? They wouldn't be very happy, would they? They'd probably riot, wouldn't they? So to me, the idea of saying that we're going to go get Hollywood Brown, we made a mistake, but we could cover it up and pretty it up and primp it to say, oh, we got rid of him for a year, but we got a first round pick out of it. And now we got him back on a discount. Sounds like something the Ravens media would eat up quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because you know how they love to appropriate and aggregate the mental status of the coaches and front office of the Ravens. But listen, leave a comment below. I want to know. And that was another episode of the Wunderkind Show. You guys know I love you. You guys come in here, y'all listen, y'all like the content. But please do remember, if you haven't already, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Like this video so we can get more. Because more is better, baby. And listen, like I said before, that's another episode of the Wunderkind Show. This is Nitro signing out. Leave the comments below. I want to know what you guys are thinking about this. Is it a possibility? And you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out. Yeah!